Welcome to this new edition of Tapping into the Energy of Life. Today, we're going to talk about gratitude, and Carol has this topic very close to her heart. She loves it a lot, and she's going to share with us a few of her experiences, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So, hello, Palak. Hello, Carol. How are you?
Hi. Hi.
So, Carol, what's yours?
Okay, so I think gratitude is one of those things that it's almost ho hum nowadays that people say, oh, yeah, I know I need to have gratitude or whatever. But um, one of the things that I'll show you a little plaque here. This is something I bought a friend of mine. Gratitude changes everything. And when I saw that, and I love the little arrow as well, because it's like forward. It really does change everything. And that saying has really stayed with me for a long time. So I think gratitude is one of the most important things that we need to cultivate, all of us. I also think females are better at it than males. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'll talk a little bit about my partner. Um, so I'm really into gratitude, and one reason I got into it was my mom many years ago, like decades ago. She gave me this little book, and it was called The Attitude of Gratitude. And I read that. I kept that on my desk throughout my life, and every once in a while I would just pick it up and just read something out of it. So I think cultivating gratitude is one of the most important things that we can do in our life. One time somebody said to me, when you're feeling upset or unhappy, or even if you're just trying to fall asleep, one of the things you can do is start to make a list of 10 things I'm grateful for or 10 things I love about. Like, speaking of my partner, sometimes we live on a boat 24/7 and we get very annoyed with each other. And instead of being frustrated, sometimes before I go to sleep, I'll think about 10 things that I'm grateful for about Thomas or that I love about him. So I've done that a lot of times, make that list of, mostly it's mental, of 10 things I love about something or that I'm grateful for. And when my mom died, I did a eulogy, and that was my eulogy, was 10 things I love about my mom. And I talked about, all the different gifts that she had given me throughout my life. Um, so I encourage you anytime, just think about 10 things I love about somebody or 10 things I'm grateful for about this or that, and it can be any subject at all, 10 things I love about trees, who knows, right? Um, so if you have trouble sleeping, try and do that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, and this is an idea for kids, talk about cultivating gratitude. When I was a mom, my children were younger, for Thanksgiving, I made them, which they loved. I made them little booklets about gratitude. And they had to, I'd pick a topic at the top of each page, and they had to talk about what they were grateful for or thankful for about that topic. And we did that for years. And, I changed a little over the years as they got older. And then before dinner, we would all review, or after dinner, review what we had written in our books. And that's just a really beautiful way to encourage children to be grateful. So that's just some of my little words of wisdom from the experiences that I've had in life, because gratitude is one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves and for others. And it's not just saying thank you for making me dinner, but it's more the bigger gratitude of the things that, you bring to someone else or that they bring to you.
Thank you, Carol. I think I agree with that. And I think, as a friend of mine told me once, that abundance is the answer from the universe to a grateful heart, which means that it actually gives you more things to be grateful for when you embrace the things that are good in your life. And so the more thankful you are for what you have, the more good things and more high vibration you have, and you hold that vibration throughout the day, so more things are coming. And just wanted to add a little tiny thing that I remember now that you were talking, listening to you, which is a practice called Heart Coherence from the Heart Math Institute, which is very interesting. That is like you lower your breath, you make it longer a little bit, and that directly tells your system, your nervous system, that you're safe and that it relaxes everything. And then what you do when you're in that relaxed state, you say something you're grateful for or something you are appreciative for, that raises your frequency and tells your cells that you are in a grateful state. So that really makes a huge change in the body, and 2 or 3 minutes can last for about 5 to 6 hours of a relaxed nervous system, and it affects directly the heart. So it's amazing. It's an amazing and very easy practice, and I do that every time in a session. Every time I do a tarot reading or something, I just invite the person to enter into that meditation, which is slowing the breath and being thankful for something, even if it's for themselves, for giving themselves that space to actually get information, reflect, having that time for them. And it's really helpful.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. And one of the things, throughout the day, you talk about, the more gratitude you have, the more you get. And it's also about the little things as well. Like as I go throughout my day, I catch myself all the time saying, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for the silliest, littlest things. But that all adds up. It's not just the big things that you have gratitude for, it's just for all the little things, You're looking for something and you find it. It's all of that together. It all builds exponentially, I think. The more gratitude you have, it builds exponentially.
And apparently, they say that there is a scientific reason for this. And Dr. Joe Dispenza himself talks about this when he gives his talks. I might not remember the right terms, but they say when you are in a gratitude mode, I mean, you're in the highest frequency at that time. And they've done an experiment. My friend's therapist actually gives this example, and she says that they've done an experiment where they make a person sit on the chair and they make that person think of all the things they're not grateful for, all the things that are not working out for them. So what they noticed is that the cortisol levels rise, the stress hormones rise, and it just goes on. Then under the same circumstances, the same situation, the same environment, they make the person now think about all the things that they're grateful for, all the things that they're working out, that's working out for them. And they noticed immediately that the cortisol levels, the stress hormone started decreasing, all the other levels started balancing, and the happy hormone started, kicking in. So scientifically as well, they say that when you are in a gratitude mode, there's some shift that happens in your brain, or the brain starts looking for, instead of looking for threats or for things which are not working or problematic situations, it starts focusing on things which are working out. It'll give you more reasons to be grateful. It's like a roll. It just goes on, and then it soon becomes a habit. And of course, your energy levels go up and you have more reasons to be grateful for. So one of the challenges in life was always that all these things are very good to hear. All these things are very good when we listen to people giving inspirational talks, but application was key. How do we do it? So personally, I have attempted it in one situation where when you feel very yucky inside, in the sense that there's a lot of stress and you have that restless energy in you and you want to get rid of it because it's spoiling your peace. So I tried to do this exercise of sitting and writing down the things that I was grateful for. And by things, I don't mean materialistic things. I was thinking about also the people who are in my life, my loved ones, the situation that I'm in. I can breathe, I'm healthy, I can run, I can walk. Small things, maybe my favorite pen. It could be anything. And to feel, not only just list, but to feel. And that sort of, I got so excited about it that I started writing, and writing gave me more focus rather than thinking, because, thinking sometimes your mind deviates and diverts. So writing, that focus was there. honestly, my pages started filling like every day. I started doing a different exercise. It just I got more reasons to be grateful for. Things would happen just in the during the day. So yeah, I guess it works at some level.
Yeah, I agree totally. Yeah, it's raising your frequency, and that changes the whole game of life.
And the universe will give you more and more and more for everything that we're grateful for. I love that abundance quote, Maria. Abundance is the answer from the universe to a grateful heart.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that thing about fake it until you make it. So I think it's very important that when you're down
Yeah.
on something, you start thanking even just the slightest tiny thing that you can think of. So you start building that feeling. As you were saying, Palak, there are moments when you're not thankful for anything at all. You just don't want to be there. And it's like even that is a sign that you're alive, you're feeling. So yeah, start by whatever. Start. Just start.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there are situations where people say that, look, I'm in such a horrible, challenging situation or point of my life. How do you expect me to be grateful? What am I grateful for? I'm not grateful for this life. I want this to change. But uh, eventually, at that time, of course, it's very difficult. And at that time, when I've come across such situations, like I said earlier, just do this. I force myself to look at, okay, right now at this moment, regardless of that situation which is there, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Slowly, slowly, it really builds you up. And I was listening to somebody's podcast, and they were saying that later on, right now, you might not understand your situation, but many years down the line, when you look back, you will definitely find a silver lining in that situation. Probably it helped you towards the next phase of your life, or there were some important lessons that you needed to learn for a better for your evolution. So it's just to reflect back and look back. I guess we have no choice but to live in hope and faith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Otherwise, it's so difficult to live life this way.
Yeah.
So why not fake it till you make it?
Take it until you make it. Yeah, give it meaning. To give it
Yeah.
meaning.
Yeah.
So today we have been talking about gratitude, how it's so important to be grateful because that's the way to receive more from life, and how that has changed Carol's perspective on so many times, even with her mom and her mom's passing and other moments. How Palak has shared how that has really physical effects on our bodies, and how is the door to abundance through a grateful heart. So we hope that you have found anything here that might be inspiring for you to get it into your life and apply it. If you have any comments, any questions, or any opinions, of course, you can comment. And as Palak always says now,
Like, share, and subscribe.
it will be great to see you and read you guys. So take care and see you in the next one.